Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to have y'all here and to tell you about week one. Wow, this is different, this is interesting. I think documenting it all the way through and really taking the time to track every single little thing every day really made the difference of how I actually got in tune with my feelings or how this program has gone in the first week. But first I want to tell you a little bit about the program, what it is, how it works and stuff like that. So it is a 6-week, 6-day-a-week, 20-minute-a-day program done with only a step. Yes, like the step that you used in your step aerobics class maybe in the 80s, but I did mine in college, so there you go. It's been quoted to be not your mama's step program, and it's not. It's nothing like what I've seen from past years or even what I did in college. It is totally different. You are going to burn calories. Your muscles are going to burn. This is serious. If you don't know who Shanti is, go look him up because he's the creator of this program and I love him. I love his journey. I love his whole story. So go check him out if you don't know who that is. And if you do know who that is, you know why this program is so crazy. The meal plan is done by Portion Control. It is something that has been around for some years now. And it is a way to really hone in on your healthy eating in a simple way. You do a simple little formula and you figure out how many servings of each container you get per day, and then you just go from there. So that is the basics of it. I'm going to take you through the next 6 weeks, this week being officially week 1, and then take you through the next 6 weeks so you can just kind of see how it works and how it goes down. If you have not already watched the previous week, which is prep week, go ahead and do that. Oh, I'll wait. Now that you've done that, let's jump into week 1. Hey, it's Monday, day 1. I'm super pumped. It is currently evening. I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. I woke up right in time to go to work this morning. I got in late last night. I worked late, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to do anything before bed. So that is why I slept late, and I am working out now instead of in the morning. My plan is to work out in the morning time and sometimes even with my accountability partner, so that is supposed to change. However, my nutrition was very on point today, and so I'm very proud of myself for that because generally when I don't work out, it just kind of sets my day off. And so I'm pretty proud of myself for staying on track, saying no to certain things that came through the office. So I'm really excited to do this first workout. I need to drink my pre-workout and get ready to do it. So for breakfast, obviously it's a little hard to meal prep eggs. So I do frozen veggies, bell pepper, onion, and spinach. And then I add in my eggs and kind of make a scramble, maybe add a little seasoning, garlic powder and stuff like that, salt and pepper, whatever. And then that's what I eat. And I also eat it with toast. And some days I do a banana as well, just depending on how hungry I am. That is my breakfast, and I will generally make that every morning before I work out, depending on how early I wake up. That is going to be my breakfast, which is kind of hard to meal prep, so I will be making it every single morning. Oh my goodness. This just goes to show you how important sleep is. I laid down after work and now it's 8 o'clock. And I don't know what happened, but I have not been getting a whole lot of sleep in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And tonight was the first night that I was finally able to slow down, and all of the new stuff and the changes going on in my daily routine now, my body was just like, nope, had it. I did want to share something that happened today though. A bunch of us at work went out to eat, and I
had prepared for this. I knew that we were going last week, and so I moved around my schedule today to be able to enjoy the time with them and not have to worry about being super restricted. So what I did was I just moved my meal plan around just a little bit, and I was able to fit in more of my food at lunch, and then tonight I'm going to eat a lot more vegetables than I normally would at dinner. So that is just how it happens sometimes. We have to rearrange things like that, but if you prepare ahead of time, you know what's going to happen. Good morning, happy Wednesday. I just kind of wanted to show you all part of my routine that does not really have anything to do with my physical body per se. It is something that's been very, very important along my journey, and I think it's an important part to anyone's journey. Generally, when someone decides to make a change in their life, it is because of something superficial, and then they end up changing the reason why they're doing it to something more meaningful. So for example, like whenever I first started this, it was just because I wanted to lose weight, right? Like I wanted to be smaller and stuff like that, but then along the way that changed because I realized the benefit that it had in my life overall. So every morning while I'm drinking my pre-workout, after breakfast and all that kind of stuff, I sit and I read personal development, and that is not something that I've always done, obviously, like I said, but it is something that has definitely changed the game for me. And so every morning I read the Bible. That is, if I don't do anything else, that's what I do. I do a proverb a day, and then I do I'm reading through the New Testament chronologically as well. So I do that no matter what. And then right now I'm reading a couple books, this one being one of them. Whenever I choose what I want to read, I find something that I need in my life as far as areas that I'm lacking. So this is something that's really helped me along the way. I wish I would have done it sooner, because it really is more of a mental transformation than it is a physical one. I'm not the same person that I was 4 years ago or whatever it was. And it's mainly because of the things that have happened in my mind, not necessarily that have happened in my body. Yesterday I prepped my sloppy joe mix for dinners this week, and I wanted to kind of show you, because I did not get to show you my grocery haul kind of deal, and I wanted to show you what I do. So I buy the 3-pound thing of ground turkey, and what I do is I separate it up into 1-pound proportions. Now I obviously don't weigh them out, I just split it into 3s, and then I put 2 pounds. So this is 1 pound, and then there's another pound in the freezer. And so I keep 1 pound in the fridge because I only make enough for about half of a week for dinner, and then I just have this other half that I can use whenever I make the rest of it. And then I got some, I haven't had this in a while, I got some ground chicken to make my tacos with at lunchtime. So I'm excited about that because I've not had that in a long time. So I'm going to do that today. I did not prep tacos yesterday because I went out to eat and I had my leftover tacos on Monday. So I'm out now, and so I need to make some. So I'm going to do that today. So when I get done with that, I just portion out what I need for my meal, and then I put the rest in a glass Tupperware container. I like the glass better because, one, I don't have to worry about plastic and heating it up in the plastic and getting whatever chemicals, and they're easier to wash as well. My veggie tots are done. I am totally feeling the detox right now. I just don't feel 100% wonderful today, and I think it's just because, no, I know it's because of this detox that I'm going through right now. And I don't want that, people throw out that word detox too easily, and I feel like it has a lot of meaning. And what I mean is, I have been for the past month or so just kind of giving myself whatever I want, eating smarter on most occasions, but I wasn't denying myself of any treats. And so my body's gotten used to just getting what it wants whenever it wants it. And now my body is like, what are we doing? Why are we eating healthy every day? And my cravings are not being fulfilled. And so I am just kind of going through that and trying to get my body back into the routine of things. I do have my snack for today, so that should give me a little bit of the sweet treat that I'm wanting as far as that goes. But I am really feeling it today, and this is part of the process. And this is a lot of times where people drop off because they don't like how their body feels. I don't feel like I'm dying. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like I'm dying. I don't feel like I cannot go on throughout the day. I'm just noticing a little more fatigue. So I'm going to combat that with drinking a lot more water and just really resting up tonight. It's just a part of what our body goes through whenever we make this kind of change. And so it's nothing to be scared about, because our bodies are just made to like tell us, hey, something's not right, and everything's just getting balanced. And that's what I have to remind myself, and I just have to keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually it'll all level out. But right now my body's kind of crazy because it's used to getting whatever it wants whenever it wants. I am about to wash my face because I need to get some stuff done, and I'm going to want to go to bed right after that. So I'm going to go ahead and do my nightly routine stuff before that, so that I don't have any excuses not to do them whenever I'm #over it, because I will get over it soon. And I did have a couple things I wanted to talk about, update from earlier. Earlier I was talking about how I was fatigued and I wasn't really feeling all that well. I did not realize, I went back and looked at my tracker and realized that I did not have my carbs for this morning, or the carb that goes in my breakfast. So that carbs, if you didn't know, are used for energy, or what our body uses for energy. I had not had any when I was talking earlier, so no wonder I was extremely tired. That's why I really enjoy this tracking, and I enjoy knowing exactly what causes what. I've done research on it, and I'm also a certified mentor for our nutrition program. So I've taken a course on that and everything. So that is why I was not feeling well today. So that explains a lot. While I do still go usually through a detox phase anyway, that was the reason for today's feelings. And I say that all to say that tracking is important and having a plan is important, because I went off the plan this morning because I told her I was not very hungry and I wasn't going to force feed myself. So I didn't do my carb that's usually for my breakfast, and hadn't gone back to the tracker. I just kept going on with my day. And once I did that after lunch today, I was like, duh, no wonder I'm so tired. I hadn't had any carbs today. I got this boost of energy because with dinner, I had some carbs. Carbs are important. Carbs are my favorite. Now, I know there's probably someone who's gonna say something about low carb, no carb, all that kind of stuff, and this is what I'll say about that. This is my feelings about that, and probably all that I'll ever say on here, because I'm not trying to be like that. There's a time and a place for low carb, no carb. It's not supposed to be long term. Yes, there is a such thing as medical reasons for it, and I agree that that is totally necessary, because there are certain diseases that feed off of those, and we don't need that happening in our bodies. So I completely agree with it in that term. There are meal plans, and ones that I have followed, that do a week carb cutting, not completely, no carb, but carb cutting, to get those ripped results, to show, muscle and stuff like that. For long term, no, I don't agree with it, if it's not medically necessary. So that's my take on that, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But the reason why I was so like I was today is because I hadn't had any carbs. It's Thursday, or Friday Junior, as people like to call it. I feel so much better today. I jumped out of bed this morning. I got up earlier than I usually do. Who am I? But this just is going to be the progression. You're just going to see throughout the next 6 weeks or so that this is what happens when you go from eating like a trash can to really intentionally taking care of yourself. And the bounce back happens faster the more consistent you are. It didn't take me as long this time to get back into the swing of things, just because I've been doing it for so long. But wow, I feel so much better this morning, and I'm about to do the workout for today. It's called Power, and I know it's going to be a little difficult, but I'm excited. I drink pre-workout before my workouts. It's plant-based, so it's not, I tried pre-workout before, just like that you get from the store, and it made me feel jittery, and my heart was going to come out of my chest, and so I was really hesitant to try it again. But whenever I looked at the ingredients, and I was like, okay, if I try this and I hate it, I can return it, right? And get my money back for it. So I was like, well, I might as well. And then I tried it, and it does give you that tingly feeling that other pre-workouts do, but it doesn't give me a crash, and it makes me feel better all the way through my workout. So not just before to give me the energy to do my workout, but it gives me energy in my workout. So I really like it, and I drink it every morning, and now I feel like I can't do a workout without it, because I feel so crazy when I don't. I feel so much different when I drink it. So I do love my pre-workout, and I drink it every morning, and yeah, that's my routine. So I live close to work, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to come home and cook lunch, because days like today, when all I wanted was breakfast food, I was able to mix some things around and do that. So I made myself some sausage and vegetable scramble. I have a piece of toast with it, and so I'm gonna eat that for lunch instead of the taco salad that I had planned originally. But that is the beauty of living close to work and being able to do that. So I'm still staying within the meal plan, and I added some potatoes to the scramble, because yesterday I had a lot of my carbs at dinner, and so I noticed a little difference in the way I felt this morning. I'm gonna switch that up again to have more during the day than at night, and it's just all about what fits best to your body, and how you when you're doing the tracking and stuff, it's easy to see, okay, this caused this and this caused this. So yesterday I weighed, and then I weighed again this morning, and I was 0.7 pounds heavier this morning. That has a lot to do with the fact that I basically carb loaded at dinner last night. So once you start tracking like that and you understand why your body is reacting the way it is, like, you can adjust things. And so I'm not worried about being 0.7 pounds heavier this morning than I was yesterday morning. And I'm gonna have my sloppy joes over broccoli tonight. So that's how I've adjusted.
So on Thursday night, things got a little crazy in my mind, in my mentality, and this happens occasionally. So it's not something that surprises me ever. It's something that I've been dealing with for a really long time, and that is food addiction. It started at a very young age, and it just kind of got worse until I finally started to deal with it. Food addiction is not something that is just a thing that people say, oh, I'm addicted to food. Like, it is a serious thing. And for me, it came in the form of never feeling like I got enough. Emotional eating. So emotional eating was a part of my food addiction. Symptoms or signs that I know that I'm slipping back into that is feeling the need to hide that I'm eating or sneak things that I don't even have to sneak. On Thursday night, I really had a problem with it, and I know the signs now. I know how it comes into my life. I know the thoughts that I have whenever it kind of creeps back in, and so I really recognized that. What had happened was I was working late, and I really just felt a break in my willpower, I guess as people call it, and I always have candy on my desk at work. I've been able to resist it. It's not like I need to get it out of my sight. It was just that in that moment, those thoughts started creeping in. If I have one piece, no one will know. I don't even have to track it. No one will know that I've eaten it, so I don't even have to track it. We can just pretend like it didn't happen. I had a really bad internal struggle with that on Thursday. It's one of those things that I feel like I never really get away from. It's just something I'm always going to have to overcome. And that's okay. We have stuff like that on our journey that we have to deal with, and that's just mine. So Thursday night was kind of rough, and I did not eat the candy. I gathered my thoughts and really thought rationally about what I needed to do. And what I needed to do was go back to my tracker, check my containers. What else could I eat today? I was very fortunate enough to be in a place where I could get some protein in and not indulge in the candy that was on my desk. Like I said, it happens sometimes, but I got through and dealt with it, and it was all good the next day.
Good morning. I'm good this morning. Last night was a little rough as far as mentality goes. It was kind of rough. But we stuck it out, and by we, I mean me and the mouse in my pocket, I guess. I'm doing much better this morning. I'm glad I didn't go off the wall yesterday. But it's all part of the process. I'm glad that yesterday turned out the way it did. Today's workout is cut. And I'm a little nervous because Tuesday was supposed to be the hard day, and I don't know what they meant by that because it has all been difficult and I've had to modify a lot. I'm okay with that because, you know, I used to be like, oh, modify, like that's awful, like, you know, you're not strong if you modify or whatever, and I modify all the time. It's just a way to build your strength anyway, because you might as well do the move in the modification and be able to get full range of motion and not. Anyway, I'm not going to go on modification rant. I need to get my energized and read and get this workout in. So I just got back home from the movies, and I did not finish meal prepping tonight before I went to the movies, so that meant I don't have dinner for tonight. So I picked up some Chick-fil-A. I got their salad, and that's usually what I get when I'm in a pinch or whenever I don't feel like cooking or something like that, which I was kind of in a pinch tonight because it's late and I have to get up early in the morning, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I could have gone somewhere else, but we stuck to the meal plan. Good to go. Gonna eat this and go to bed. So, this is the first time, it's Saturday by the way, and this is the first time that I've videoed all day. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I have been gone all morning. I did not work out when I got up this morning. I literally got myself together and went to this summit this morning, and it was great. It was wonderful. Lunch was served there. I loaded up on vegetables. I had a salad, had my chicken. I did have a roll, but hashtag I can do that. And then I had a lot of water. I basically met my water goal for the day while I was sitting there today, so that was good. I'm going to work out now. I do not love evening workouts, but I did not get up in enough time this morning to do it, so I'm about to do that now. Week 1 workouts are done. Wow. Week 1 has been challenging, to say the least. It has been transformative. I still have another day of nutrition, so we're gonna stick to that. And I, for the first time in a very long time, have a Saturday off. So I'm about to get some work done, but I'm going to do it from the comfort of my couch after my shower. Y'all, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. I just cannot wait. Am I a grandmother? Probably. Anyway, this will probably be it for today because I am in chill mode starting now. It's Sunday night and I'm on my couch because this is basically where I've been all day. I got up and I went to church this morning, and then I ate lunch, had a salad for lunch, and then I've just been here on my couch because I have not gotten a lot of rest lately, and so I'm taking today and tomorrow to just chill. And today was my rest day for my workouts anyway, so it worked out perfectly. I was able to just chill out. I don't have any responsibilities to do today, but I am going to do my weight and my measurements in the morning, and so I'll put that on here as well and see the official results from week 1. So that was week 1. Ups and downs and everything in between, but I hope you enjoyed watching my journey through week 1. So on my Instagram, I asked y'all to ask me some questions of things that you wanted to know about my fitness journey or about what I'm going through and stuff like that. So I'm gonna answer some of those questions now. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a good question. It says, portion control seems restrictive. How do you live life while using the system? And the thing about portion control is the more you do it, the more you understand it, the more freedom you actually have with it. It does seem restrictive because it gives you the number of servings of each thing you can have per day. But the thing about the portion control system is it really gets in your mind what your portion should look like. So you aren't attached to the containers for the rest of your life. The coolest thing about it is now, since I've been doing it for so many years, I can go to a restaurant and I can look at my plate and I can see, okay, I've got way too much of this, or I don't have enough of this, or whatever. And so it's really helped with the visual of what you should be eating as far as your goals go. It ends up being a whole lot more food than you probably think it is, just by looking at the containers and stuff like that. But once you actually get it onto a plate and you start eating, it's so much food. It really kind of made me feel empowered and made me feel like I could make good decisions about what I was eating and how much of it I'm eating, because it doesn't restrict any food group. It just shows you the correct portions of what you should have. Most of our food plates today are filled with the wrong proportions of things that we should be eating. But once you start the portion control system and you do it time after time, you see on your plate what the food should look like, how much of each thing you should have, and you really kind of feel that freedom of, I can make this decision, I can make good decisions on my food and not have to feel like I'm starving myself. So I'm going to get more questions this week on my Instagram for next week's vlog. So if you want to ask a question and maybe show up on this vlog, go ahead and go to my Instagram and follow me and look out for that. It'll be on my Instagram story, so go follow right now. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I cannot wait to show you how next week goes, week 2.
is the second week of the commit phase. There's 3 phases in this program: commit, climb, and conquer. So next week is the last week of the commit phase, so I get to add my commit sticker to my step, so that's super exciting. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to share next week with y'all.